I got a lot of comments asking how I did the walking back shimmy in the dance that I posted a while back to the song by Amr Diab called Mashi. And I'm going to explain it step by step now. If you learned with me before, you know that this is a chocho shimmy. I also have a video on my channel explaining the chocho shimmy, but today we're going to go build this movement from zero all the way to the final product. So the first thing we're going to talk about is hip lift. This is the base of the movement. We're going to be flat on flat feet, knees slightly bent, and we're going to lift our hip using our oblique muscles inside the body. What do I mean inside the body? If I take here these two sticks and I frame my hips. So I want to feel the sticks on my hips. So this is my border. I am not pushing the sticks outside. I'm able to maintain the movement even with these borders aligning my body. So I'm not doing this, right? Every time I do it, I hit the stick outside. No, I'm maintaining the movement inside. And also notice my heels are not lifting off the floor. I'm isolating the movement to my obliques, and the range of motion is coming from bending and straightening my knees slightly. So I never go fully back, never with my knee, because that is a dangerous range of motion. So I just go slightly back, 95%, and I go back to the bent position. So now, what's the second layer? Is walking. Let's not walk right away on releve. Let's do it on flat feet. So I want you to walk in your place as if you are walking on a very slow treadmill. So you're just stepping and putting all that weight on one foot, right? So step, step. Notice how your knees will naturally bend and straighten slightly to give you that range of motion. And pay attention to your head, that you are not going up and down. We want to do this isolation from now, that we are keeping our head level, like there is a water cup or a water glass on our head that we're maintaining, so we don't learn the wrong way from the beginning. We want to isolate. Now, number two, when you put your weight, I want you to hip lift on the same side. So step, weight, lift, step, weight, lift. So my weight is on one leg at a time. So I don't share the weight like this, like the beginning. No, I'm shifting my weight fully, shifting my weight fully. And there's no delay. So I don't do step after a while lift, step after a while lift. No, it's kind of like lightning. It happens at once. Step, lift, step, lift. And there's a pause afterwards. So you do everything and you rest. You do everything and you rest. And also don't do the opposite, which is lifting before you step, because you're going to end up with a different movement entirely. It's beautiful, but it's a different movement. So I don't want to lift and then step. No, I want to fix my hip as it is, take a step, lift it and hold it again. Take a step, lift it and hold it again. So my hips don't do any extra movements. They lift, they freeze. They lift, they freeze. So let's walk a little bit here. 1, 2. I'm still maintaining the same rule. My sticks, my imaginary sticks now are giving me a frame. My head is not going up and down, right? So it's very isolated movement. Now let's try it on releve. When we go on releve, we want to keep our knees bent and we want to keep the same rules. My head is not going up and down and my weight is shifting fully from one foot to the next and I'm staying inside my body, right? So I want you to make sure that you are not hitting the floor, right? This is very important when we start to speed it up. Because first of all, if you have neighbors living underneath you, this is really disturbing. Second of all, your foot is gonna hurt. Every time you smack it, you're gonna hurt the ball of your foot. So we want the very light placement on the floor, almost like you're stepping on a sponge. And this is going to isolate the movement more. If I'm hitting, I'm gonna get a lot of ricochet on my upper body. So we have the releve. Let's walk forward and back. So we are building up to the chocho shimmy now. We're gonna speed it up and now we reach the chocho shimmy. So speeding it up is very important to keep your feet close, almost like one foot is chasing the other, right? We're not doing this big steps with wide stance. No, legs are together and baby steps, almost like you're crawling on the floor. My foot does leave the floor, but very little. See, very slightly, like this, tap, tap. So you barely have space between your foot and the floor when you take a step. but that helps a lot to be more isolated. Excuse the drivers with their squeaky brakes. So let's go. From here, we're gonna speed it up, baby steps. One foot chasing the next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, up, 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 up. So this is your Cho-Cho shimmy. It's a shimmy on wheels, and your upper body is isolated, right? You're not jumping with the movement. Your upper body is almost like nothing is happening, right? I'm completely still. So this is layer number 1. Notice I'm out of breath. This movement is very strenuous. It's kind of like cardio. You are running with a shimmy, so it's very difficult and it takes time to build up the stamina and the isolation. So it's okay, take your time. I'm gonna bend now forward. This is the other layer that we add to the Cho-Cho. So how do you bend forward? Notice I am not diving with my head, right? So I don't think bend forward, okay, head first. It looks really weird when we go head first, right? It's almost like you're dodging something, like something is coming, ooh, and you duck down. So we don't want to do that. We want to think of it like you're being pulled back, right? So it's almost like your friend came and was like, oh, Hala, come, let me show you something. But you're refusing to turn back and she's dragging you like this. So it's your hips that go back, your knees are bent, and your chest and head come down merely as a reaction. Compensation, right? Compensation. Go down, go down. So it's almost like a deadlift. If you have done it before, it's kind of like that. You think of hinging at your hips, same thing for this one. So now what we're gonna do is think about how this changes the movement, because we now change the body position. So if I take my stick again, if I'm standing and doing that hip lift that we did in the beginning of the class, notice the direction of the hip lift is straight up. It's completely vertical, right? I'm going up. Now when I bend, my movement is almost diagonal. We can make it horizontal like this, right? But we don't want to bend that much with our upper body. It's almost like we're trying to reach a 45-degree angle. It's not like you can't go to a 90-degree, yes, but you don't need to. Why? It's because when we go to a 90-degree, we are now compromising the flatness of our back. It depends on your flexibility. If you are flexible, you can go even further than 90 degrees and maintain a flat back. But most of the time when we do these Cho-Cho shimmies, I would say 80% of the time, we have a 45-degree angle. But you do see it done 90 degrees as well. So it's not forbidden, but you can do it, but it's easy to start here. So we're thinking diagonal, right? Thinking towards the chest. So we did it towards the chest before, but now our chest changed position, so our movement has a different position as well. So let's do it now without the stick, with our imaginary stick. So we're going diagonal towards the chest. So this kind of position, we can do different types of shimmies while in this position, a lot of shimmies. 3 of them that are similar. The first one will be hips only. So notice how I'm going to just move my hips, not my knees. My knees are completely still, right? So I'm just doing a up movement with my hips here. Second one is my knees alone, right? My knees are moving and we are shimmying as a result. Third one is knees and hips now. So first and second combined, so knees and hips. So how do I synchronize the knees and hips? Wrong outfit choice for today, but okay. So I'm going to straighten and lift, straighten and lift, straighten, straighten. When I say straighten, never fully straight, I mean 95% straight. So I'm straightening my knee on the same side and lifting it. So up and straight, up and straight, up and straight, up and straight, right? So on both sides. The same side that goes up, its knee is straightening a little bit, right? Same side. So now let's practice this one and then lift it up to releve. So we're gonna do it 95 degrees, 95, okay, 45 degrees. And then I'm gonna go straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up, inside the body. Notice if I come straight to you, it's inside. I'm not going out like this, right? So it's inside, 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 right? I'm gonna feel my obliques working. Inside, 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 inside. Now let's try to do it on releve. Same thing. Releve, knees bent, 45 degrees with our upper body, and we go. Lift, 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 lift. Right? So let's, for example, practice using a chair or a wall. If you feel like your upper body is getting tired, you can do this. Just lean. Same thing. And you do the same movement. So knees and hips, right? So this is your second layer, which is bending over and doing the movement. Lastly, you want to walk with it. So this is the drag back. So you are standing on releve, you bend with your hips first, and you walk back. Let's do it slow first. No need to be fast. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Again, slowly, and maybe we can make even smaller steps. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Back, 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 back. Right? A little bit faster. Let's try it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Back, 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 back. I don't want to hear thumping on the floor, right? Remember that. And let's try it. Full shimmy speed. Bend and back. Right? So again, here, bend. So this movement in the hips is coming from my obliques, right? Not only my knees. So my obliques are shimmying just like a normal hip shimmy to give me this effect, right? Yeah. Well, my breath it's over, it's done. There's no more breath. Okay, so if you feel like you are tired, it's totally normal. It takes a lot of practice because this is kind of like cardio. So take your time with it and practice and do it one step at a time. If you find a gap somewhere in your hip lift and your shimmy in your knees, take time and focus on that. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you'd like to learn more with me via Zoom online in private classes, you can book using the link down below in the description box. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.